Good evening. Hi there. Hello and welcome to my stream tonight. Hope everybody who decided to join me today has had an absolutely fabulous day and you decided that you wanted to wind down with me tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this wonderful Wednesday. Hi, 90s baby doll. Glad that you made it. You made it right on the dot. Right on the dot. I love it. Love, love, love to see it. Winding down with me in the evening, and hopefully, it will lead to a better day tomorrow. I had some previous music playing. It was just a little bit too exciting for me. It's kind of noisy for me and what I'm about to do. So why don't we go ahead and do as we always do and get started. Picking back up where we left off yesterday. Oh, awesome. That's exciting. Making her a Vroid. They have so many different apps that you can use your Vroid avatar with. And a lot of them are free. I've got one where you can just go in this house and just go in people's houses. But there's nobody else there and it's really small. Like a small world. But it is a lot of fun to play and just take pictures. And the outfits, my god, I love the outfits. Every time I stream, I try to give baby a new outfit, even if it's one she's already worn before. This one, and if you are super duper interested in Vroid stuff, there's this website called Booth, and it is Japanese, and they fucking have all this free stuff on there. This outfit came from Booth and it was totally free, and I love free. Well, there's somebody I haven't seen in a long time. Remember when you were messing with the day and the night cycle? Glad that you could make it. Haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, absolutely check out the free. And they have a really nice selection. A very, very nice selection of free stuff. It is awesome. It's not oh, look at this half-ass bullshit that you can have for free. It's actually legitimately really nice stuff. But then a lot of sites that offer things for sale and things for free from Japan are usually really nice. Unless it's Wish. Then again, I got some really nice ass stuff off of Wish too. I think it's only America that just sort of wants to rip you off with every single dime that you have. Oh, must make profit off of this, no matter what it is. Profit all the time. Only profits. America doesn't want to play for the QC. And a lot of the stuff that's on Booth are indie artists, like me and anybody else who is here who draws and streams. They're just regular ass people. So, and they're just generous. But, we don't get that here. It's really nice though. And they've got so many cool things. So I hope you find some really, really pretty stuff. And I mean, the paid for stuff is just as nice. The paid for stuff is actually a little bit nicer than the free stuff, but the free stuff is still exceptionally nice. Well, I had a super awesome day. It was beautiful outside. It was in the 60s. I went for a walk, took the dogs to the park. I found a park that said no dogs allowed, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean because my dogs can't read, so I just took them there and let them run around in the fields and didn't have a problem. So it was pretty nice. So they ran around there, and then we went to this really nice walking path over in the woods, and I found another weird ass teepee set up thing, branches set up like a little house in the forest. So that's always bizarre. It's one of those things that's cool with the mod community and games. People just make things because they want to, not because of profit. Probably because people are lazy and can't clean. Witches live there. I think hobos live there, or very high stoners, extremely high stoners, because these structures don't look feasible for living or doing anything at all. They want profits for cleaning up dog poop. Well, I mean, I pick up my dog poop. And there are no, like, dog poop bag spot thingies over there. But my dogs are very tiny and they're very well behaved. So it's just not anything on my list that says don't bring your dogs here. My dogs go wherever I want them to go. And that sounds a little pretentious and kind of assholey, but I really don't give a shit. Found a dead hobo one time with my friends when we was kids. Well, that's pretty interesting. I bet it smelled terrible. Usually dead bodies like stink up the whole fucking area. Unless they're like freshly dead, then it's like, you know, obviously the smell hasn't set in yet. But like when they start rotting and everything, they smell pretty fucking bad. And I think it only takes like, what, 3 days to a week for them to start like reeking. What you got there, girl? Oh, you're tearing up your bento ball? Come here. Stop it, Chubbs. Over you cleaning up their dog in their park because raisins. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the galaxy. I am loving this smooth elevator music, not gonna lie. I do adore this elevator music. Is very soothing, very calming. In the past, I would say I don't like music playing in the background while I'm drawing because it's noisy. Turns out I was just listening to the wrong type of music. Moo. Moo. I don't know who just messaged me, but I will have to look after I'm done streaming. I have to tell hobos not to sleep in the field near the office all the time, since you should just get like a hose. Oh my god, that's a little mean. Okay, maybe not a hose. Get like a, I don't know, a broom, I guess. I don't know. Something to just kind of like shoo them away like you would with birds. Boop, boop. I love her already. This is such a very nice brown color. Now I'm wondering if I want to actually do her spots like this, or if I want to use a brush that adds a little bit more depth and a little bit more texture to her, like on an actual cow. But I'll get to that later. I'm just focusing on her other assets right now. Like how awesome these glowy horns is going to look when I put the moonlight behind her and she's at the night, in the night dancing. It's gonna look really nice. And like I said last night, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be one of the first ones that I start shading because there's a couple of things I want to try that I've never tried before. Wow, that's not big enough. Giggity. Looks like her ears are pink. I missed that. Let's try that again. It's the little details. There we go. That's better. And these are black. I'm going to make these sort of like a onyx, twinkly, sparkly sort of thing. I think that's what I'm going to do when the time comes. Like obsidian, almost, is what I'm thinking of. And Pim and Friday were extremely well behaved today. They were so well behaved while we went to the forest. She was a little overhyped, but I don't blame her for that. She was overhyped because there were all different types of little critters out today. We had chipmunks, which we normally have chipmunks. We also had squirrels, but I saw a gray squirrel. She found a gray squirrel, which can't say that I've seen a lot of those around. Usually black squirrels, I've seen the black squirrels a lot more than normal. I've seen the brown ones, but the gray ones are scarce. So her finding a little gray squirrel was pretty neat, if I say so. Then while I was at work, it wasn't too bad. Got asked how my presentation for our new client was going today, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's going super duper great. And yes, I've been working on it. So I sent him what I had done, just so he could see my progress. And I think tomorrow he's going to say, hey, we don't need this, we don't need that, we don't need this, we don't need that. And then I'll have to redo it. Black and brown ones are friendlier ones out of the bunch. Well, our squirrels out here are ghetto. They are ghetto as fuck. And they will not hesitate to throw hands. And neither will my little dogs. Of course, I never let them get that close to throw hands with the rabid fucking crazy ass squirrels. But they would if they had the chance. I do see, like, there's this lady that goes to the park, at least one of the parks that we went to, and she would have, like, all these little snacks, like, all different types of nuts for these little squirrels, and she'd just kind of go out there and feed the squirrels, and then I would come in like a total asshole with my little dog who just decided that he wanted to be a jackass that day and start chasing the squirrels. But that was when he was a puppy. He's a lot better with that now. Friday, on the other hand, is not. I think the timidness or kindness of wild animals depends on the type of environment that they obviously grew up in, and that their parents and parents and parents grew up in. Parents and grandparents, great-grandparents grew up in. Like, the deer out here don't get fucked with, and so, like, they're not as weary of people as much as some other type of deer in some other areas are. But the squirrels, on the other hand, do get fucked with, and therefore they're more weary of people, so I guess that's probably what makes them pretty ghetto. So it makes them the way that they are. Oops, that's too big. Hey there! Glad you made it. How are you? Hope you're having a good night too. I'm having a great night. I'm having a great night because I got my daily dose of sunlight, which I haven't seen the sun in a good few days, and it has been wearing on me, so I'm very much aware that this winter is going to be extremely hard on me. Very, very hard. Really hard. There. Looks pretty good. Good, I'm glad to hear it. It's always wonderful when everybody has a great day. I get a brown squirrel every day I go to smoke that climbs the fence and scares himself that I'm out there the same time every day. Like I don't live there. He just stares at me and then takes off up the garage. Stop scaring the squirrel with your existence. Playing Final Fantasy and chilling. Cool. Cool beans. Super cool beans. Alright. Got her hair, it looks like. It's pretty good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do her outfit next. Let's do another one. Another layer here. Using the fill because it's just faster. And I do have 2 others that I want to try to work on tonight as well. I've only been streaming for 16 minutes and I've gotten quite a bit done on this moo cow. This whole void, Vroid, this whole void thing takes forever. This is pretty and so, but then there is this. After you get the hang of it, it doesn't take that long. It used to take me a long time to give her, like, to change up baby's outfit, but after doing it for as long as I have, which hasn't been that long, I want to say collectively like 6 months, it just starts coming naturally to you. And you're lucky she doesn't have a tail, because if she had a tail, like baby has a tail, you have to bring it over into a whole ass nother software to move her tail to her hips instead of her head, because her tail texture is actually part of her hair, and it's just this giant fucking thing. I didn't make this model, mind you. One of my friends made this model. Sarah Otaku made this model, and I paid for it because I actually am really bad at making the models. I have not put any time or dedication into learning how to do it because I'm just doing other things. And I said, well, I'll just pay somebody, and so they did. So they made this model, and they made my dancing girl. What's my dancing girl? My dancing queen. Dancing queen. God, what the fuck is her? Siori. Made my dancing girl Siori. Boop. 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 But if I could make the models, I would. And if I took the time to learn how to do it, I probably would. And I'd be probably really good at it. And everybody would have a model. Like Pandora, I would love to get a model of. Like, so bad. Do like a struggle first. I did try it at first too. Like, I was like, oh, that doesn't look so hard after I watched a couple of videos. And I'm like, it's not hard. It's just tedious. And I don't have time for this bullshit. So that was the end of that. Granted, if I could just sit around all day and create like some people can, I would love to learn all different types of things. Like 3D modeling, animation, all that other crazy shit that they be out there doing. But I can't. Emma would be so cute as a Vroid. Like, she would be adorable as a Vroid. Watch videos. Raw dog, and then Emma would be so cute as a Vroid, and she would be so hyped. Like, if I like brought her on as a character, as like a persona on my stream, I'd probably try to match her energy, because she is 100% hyped like all the time whenever she gets a chance. She'd be like, oh my god, somebody's watching me. Hi everybody, it's so good to see you guys. Oh my god. That's how she is. Of course, she's also cracked out on Monster all the damn time. I bet she would stream video games. And then she would probably run across Baby. All the energy drinks. Yes, all of them. Bang, Monster, Rockstar. What's that other nasty one that tastes like fucking cat piss? Red Bull. All of them. Kidney stones and heart palpitations for everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna do her white on her face next. So she almost looks like she's got a skull, top of a skull mask on. Almost. I'm gonna put that on a layer underneath her clothes, but above her base color. Okay. Wrong tool was selected. Something like that. Something like this. You know, I should give her inherited heart issues like her father when she gets older. And then, like, all those energy drinks that she was drinking in her youth just kind of, like, catch up with her. And then she dies. She's like, oh my god, no more energy drinks. Oopsies. Mew. This is either gonna be pink or white. Yeah, it's not a dog, she's a fucking moo cow. Isaac wouldn't even stream. Well, he might join Emma's stream. He might be all like, what are you doing, young lady? He will probably definitely at least watch for like 5 minutes and then sort of be like, alright, I can't deal with this anymore, and then exit out the stream. But as for him like actually streaming, he would never do that. He'd be all like, my time is way too precious. I need to be paid for every moment of the day if I'm to interact with anybody ever. No, you know who would sass the audience? Oleg. Oleg would sass the audience, absolutely. Isaac, not so much, because Isaac would be all like, what a waste of fucking time and talent. Little girl, you have so much more that you could be doing with your life than this. But then Oleg would come in, and then Oleg would be all like, I can find out where you live, and I will fuck your liver. And then he actually would. Let's see. Isaac might step in if like somebody's giving him a hard time. Maybe. But for the most part, he probably wouldn't stay long. He'd be all like, this is just pointless. He's kind of a dick like that. Alright, so her titties. Titty. That was easy. It's like the easy button. I wonder what her back looks like. I'm gonna assume her back has spots on it, because if you look right now, it looks like the spots go all the way around her back. And that's just a general assumption. So help me, I'll find you and drown you in the toilet. He will drown you in the toilet after he shits in the toilet, and then he would shove your head in the toilet. That is what he would do. And then he would pee on your body. Mew. No moo on the leg. But we do have moo right now. I need my airbrush. Okay. Nope. Nothing's too far for Oleg. Do not piss off Oleg. Yeah, no, I mean, you definitely shouldn't. He's not a guy that you would want to piss off. He's got a lot of problems in the brain. He's not exactly the sanest person ever. He is attractive, but that is case in point. He walks up to anybody and everything and just sort of would bitch slap anybody. And that's the bare minimum. He's not a sane person. A fuck of the liver, which is a tribute to the Human Centipede. In case you haven't seen the Human Centipede 3, there is a dream sequence in the Human Centipede where the warden is terrified of the inmates and he dreams that one of the inmates stabs him in like the kidney or the liver, and then he fucks it. And it's a very funny scene. So if you ever hear me say anything about Oleg stabbing someone in the liver and then fucking their liver, it is a tribute to Tom Six's Human Centipede 3. Boop-a-doop. All this extra spray. It goes not past her elbow. There. Ah, she is very pretty. She's a very pretty character. I just love this color palette. I really do. I'm a big fan of like brown color palettes, like brown, hues of orange. Huge fan of it. I'm trying to cook and Willow won't stop jumping on the counter and flopping next to pet me next to the fire, sizzling things. So you had to move her to the other room for pets. Aw. She just wants to be pet by the fire. That's okay. Or she just wants the food that you're cooking. One of those. She's just a little cat. So earlier today I did a little bit of writing. I try to write for one of my characters every day. Sometimes it doesn't vibe, sometimes it doesn't work out for me. But I wrote for Baby today. I was trying to make her like me, and then I'm like, oh wow, this is totally fucking miserable. We're not doing that. Not to mention I don't want anybody to read this, ever. But, so I changed it up a little bit to focus more on her and how she got into streaming, because that's her main aesthetic, is that she's a streamer and a troll and a memer and all this other stuff. But it all stems down to like her having extreme social anxiety and not really being able to vibe with everybody else out in the world. She's never actually had a real human connection with anyone. And that is more what I focused on when I decided to write her background story. So like, she didn't have any friends growing up, all that fun jazz, but she didn't mind not having friends. Like, it was okay she didn't have anybody around. Why? Because people were always trouble. And so I wrote her to sort of surround all of that anguish that she went through in her own head regarding like being around people. So she still needed to fill that void that was there when it comes to like, you know, being social and all that shit. She still needed to fill that void, and then that's how she got into streaming. She's like, oh, I can just interact with people this way. This works. And so that's basically the base of her story. It's maybe like 4 or 5 paragraphs. It's not super duper long. Like, some characters I go like in depth, like really in depth, like Isaac or like Desiree. And with her, it was just sort of like, well, on the surface, this is all it is. And that's really all I need to get into with her right now. But I might develop her a little bit further. And I've been debating for a very long time on how I wanted her to be portrayed. If I wanted her to be portrayed like me, or if I wanted her to have just this, I'm nothing but a Twitch streamer and I just don't like people vibe about her. And so I went with the latter. Now, the character that I do have, she is a feline, and she is going to be my like character that more so represents me. And I have a ref sheet started for her. I just haven't started coloring it yet. Okay, so she's actually got white dots on top of this very light blue shade, so we'll work with that. And when I actually get around to making, yeah, I think I'm gonna do it that way, but I need this brush. When I actually get around to putting together her rough sheet, yeah, that's gonna be way better than that other way. Then of course I want to share it. You know what? I think these are white. See, there's no color palette on this, so it's like, what color is half the shit? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Why are you being mean? Go on, get before I comb you or something. Come on. Stressing him out. It's not a dot, it's an oval. She's got on her arms. Yo, this is like so therapeutic putting these dots on here. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I'm like sitting here like mesmerized at these fucking dots. They're a little too inline, so let's make them a little more scattered here. Not that one. That's not a good spot for that one. There we go. Like bubble wrap, but not noisy. I love stepping on bubble wrap. I like to unravel a huge roll of bubble wrap, like in the kitchen sometimes, and just sort of get on the floor and start rolling around and just go pop, 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 pop. It's a lot of fun. If you've never done it, I suggest trying it before you die, because it's a lot of fun. I wonder if she's got spots on her butt cheeks. I'm gonna say yes, just because I'm having a lot of fun putting these spots on her. Chips. You know what I miss the most? I miss chips. I should go and get some pretzels. It's too late for like a fat ass meal, but pretzels, I can do pretzels. Might get some cashews and some raisins and some pretzels. That sounds yummy. Oh my god, I'm having a great time with these dots. Holy shit, I thought I was gonna be all like annoyed with this pattern, and I'm like, nope, this is awesome. Thank you. I am glad that you like it, because I love how it's turning out. And if she doesn't have dots all along her back, that's okay, because I'm still having fun. I think this is why Desra's pattern is so complicated, because it's actually really therapeutic, just sort of like putting things together. Looks like she's got some dots that bleed over into her blue area. I like the dots also because she's supposed to be like this moon mistress goddess thingamajigger, and the dots look like the cosmos sprinkled on her, and I think that's really, really cool. Looks like she's got larger dots on her hips. It also looks like some of her white goes down in there, so we're gonna do a little bit something like that. They can tell me if that's right or wrong. It's kind of hard to tell with this rep sheet. Sounds like the cats are beating the shit out of each other over there in the corner. Yep. Huh. Okay. I'm pretty happy about tomorrow because it's Thursday. And I sort of just like live for the weekend. They're literally behind me just starting like World War III. You know, I might just open like a blank document and fill it with some colors and just start filling in dots. And be all like, hey y'all, commission's closed. I have found my new method of therapeuticness. The funny part is, Chubbs is sitting right next to me on my desk, just watching everybody just go haywire behind me. He's just like staring at them, and that's actually really funny. He's just like, whoa, that's weird. I had ordered a hat from Amazon that has silk lining for my hair, and they said it was delivered, and they showed a picture, and it was absolutely sitting there on the door, delivered. And when I got home, it was not there, and it's not inside anywhere, and I don't know where it is, but I need my hat. The last time this happened, they delivered it to the neighbor next door, but that wasn't the case this time. And I called them and I said, hey Toby, glad you could make it. So glad you could make it. And give me that. That's not for you, hon. It's not for you, girl. And so they delivered it. The last thing that I had this problem, they delivered it to the building next door, which happens a lot. And they I don't know what happened, but I ended up getting it back. And then I had already filed a case with them, and they had already sent me another one. So I had two. I'm kind of hoping this hat turns up somewhere, but I can't file a case for like 3 days because they're like, well, let's just see what happens. So I'll file one tomorrow, and then they're going to tell me, hey, you can't do that yet. And then I'm going to be like, all right, I'll wait. And I don't know about the driver taking it, but I mean, that's always a possibility. I don't put anything beyond anybody. I wonder if she's got spots on her butt. I'm going to put spots on her butt. I'm also going to give her a heart butt. Because I don't know what her backside looks like. Saw the notification that you were streaming and joined as soon as you could. Well, I love it when you join my streams. You always fill this chat with a lot of positivity, and I just adore it. It is so wonderful. Look at them butt cheeks. She a butt cheek. If they don't like it, that's fine. I will just go ahead and change it, which is exactly why I have it on a whole ass different layer. I don't know. Sometimes they're just sort of like, well, just wait. It might need to be something that they just want. I don't know what their fucking logic is behind it. They'd be like, oh, maybe you'll find it. Maybe somebody else in the household picked it up. Maybe one of your neighbors grabbed it. You know, just find out before we go ahead and send you another one. Some kind of crazy shit like that. So and the weird thing is I did have to start to have it sent to like the locker that's down the street, and I'm like, no, I really should have. So when I have another one delivered, I'm going to have it sent to that locker. Sound like they're fucking idiots. There she goes. And now, we'll grab that and we'll give her some freckles. There we go. She's got the eye up here. Needs to be a slightly darker. Well, it is greatly appreciated. I know some people are like, oh my god, it's so weird. I think it's really awesome. I think it's amazing, and I think you should keep doing it and always keep that positive vibes about you. Because the world is such a horrible, horrible place, and most people are so ungrateful to be alive. You know, that looks more like a teardrop than a diamond. And then the eye looks more like, wow, the bigger fucking that was huge. Hi, Chubs. Hi, Chubs. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Positive people should be protected at all costs. I agree. Aspect ratio, because I actually want to make this a little wider. There we go. And now we're going to go back to the layer that we have the eye on. We're gonna start over with that because I just changed the whole line art. That's pissing me off too. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. There. Wrong thing. the little jewel she's got. Go here. We're gonna go a little darker. And a little darker. God damn it. There. That's better. Teehee. I still haven't figured out why sometimes the software fucks off and sometimes it doesn't. I haven't had a single problem this whole stream. Now watch it start fucking off. Oh gosh, look at her. Look at her. Look at this bitch right here. Look at her. Look at her. Urgh. She looked good. I'm loving it. Gonna put her. I'm just gonna stick this on here for. Hi, Chubbins. Oh my god, it's Chubbs. This back. Oh yeah, the vet called today with Smoke. Smoke has a type of cat bronchitis and she needs antibiotics, which I have to go pick up tomorrow. That's why she was coughing. Actually, probably shouldn't do this now, but I'm gonna do it now. As always, your work is a masterpiece. Oh, that's so nice of you to say. And I completely agree with you. I also think that it's a masterpiece. She was looking awesome. We're gonna go ahead and save that. She's looking good. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this shadow in the back here, because they've kind of got like, whoever made this has like this shadow behind her for her hair, and I'm gonna make that her tail for temporary purposes, because the way I have her tail flowing up against her hair, it kind of blends in. So we're just gonna change that a hair, clean this up a little, and then her flat colors will be done and I can move on to the next one. My fringes? Fringes? Like, what do you mean? What does that mean? Do you see? Oh, you mean like her ends of her, the ends of her tail? Angel? 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 Angel jumped on the back of my chair, and I'm really, really hoping that she doesn't yeet herself into oblivion. You know, one time she started throwing herself around and she knocked the lamp down. That was pretty interesting. The hands. Okay. Fingers? Fingers! Fingers. I get it. Actually just gotta make sure her hair is completely filled in, so I'm gonna get rid of my line art, and hot diggity dog, it is not. Alright. So then. Wait, am I the right layer? Yep. Okay, here we go. I don't have to fill them all in, but I do want to fill most of them in. Interesting. Interesting. Wonder what that's all about. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I know. That's this. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it, I get it. I need this guy. Then I need this color back. Yep. That solves that problem. Pim is just going ham. Hoop on the counter, mad snatcher up help. It's kind of funny. You could just like put her in the bathroom. So I'd have to do with my cats when I'm cooking. Because they just be all over the fucking place. And then it's just this war zone. Because they're fighting. And I'm fighting. And then I'm like, I'm just trying to make this damn rice. And the cats are like hell you are. So sometimes I just put them in the bathroom. Water bottle. My cats don't care about the water bottle anymore. Especially Noob. Noob, who is the primary perpetrator of trying to steal shit off of the counter. You could squirt her in the face all day and she would just sit there and stare at you. She'd be all like, keep doing it. You're gonna run out of water eventually. Like, she could be soaking wet and she will not stop. She does not care about the water bottle. And the other old cat that I have, Dante, he also doesn't really care about the water bottle. And the young bloods, they kind of care, but they're starting not to care about the water bottle either. They're like, it doesn't actually hurt. It just startles me a little bit. And it's just water. And I think they all just started to learn that from Noob. So, cats get put in the bathroom when I'm cooking. Not all the cats, because they'll just start fighting and then they'll tear up my bathroom. There she is. Ah, she looks good. They've discovered the truth. All control has been lost. They have. They're not stupid. Noob is the absolute ringleader, though. She is 100% ringleader. Because they'll see her do something. She taught one of my cats, so... I got this one cat, her name is G. She's a little gangster. And she was born here in my bathroom with her 4 other siblings. And she didn't hiss for a while, but Noob hissed at her, and she had stayed hissing at her, and now all G does is hiss at every goddamn thing. So she definitely learned hissing from Noob. And then the other cats just kind of learned, like, hey, the water bottle's actually not dangerous. I'm just gonna fill her eyes in here. She thinks it means hello. I think she knows what it means. Oh! She could stone her eyes. She's like, oh, hello. Hiss, growl, snarl. Why is her eye over here like that? I would like to make this immaculate because they said that they are going to get it printed and hang it on their wall or something. I guess this is like the first art that they had of this character done, and they just like absolutely adore my art style, which I think is fabulous all on its own. I love praise. She looks good. Yeah, I like it. Although I've got this weird little like white mark here, and I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I think it might have been when I was doing her ears, but that's not on this layer. I wonder what that is. I'm genuinely curious because it's not on. Yeah, it's on this layer too. So maybe it's this. Ah, that's what it is. Yay, I figured it out. I love it when I figure things out. I'm so smart and amazing. Alright. Pac-Man. I like Pac-Man. There's this one game. I like Pac-Man, but my favorite like arcade game which is probably way before your time, is called Dig Dug. And it's this little guy, he goes like under the earth and he just sort of like fills up these monsters with air and they all explode and die. Hey, did you get my box? Oh, that's a no. Okay, love you, bye. Well, obviously there was a box. Anyway, Dig Dug was one of my favorite arcade games. You know about Dig Dug? That's so cool! That is awesome. Every time I mention Dig Dug 1 and 2, like, nobody knows about it. Everyone's like, oh my god, what the fuck is Dig Dug? And I'm like, Dig Dug, it's so cool. And I've always wanted, like, the ringtone. The Dig Dug 2 had this little jingle that I wanted the ringtone of on my phone, and I could never, like, find it anywhere. And I had it at one time on one of my phones, and it's just gone with the wind, and it's just so cool. I wonder if I remember how it goes. It goes. Yep, that was it. Oh my god, I used to love Dig Dug. It was so much fun. If I could find that ringtone, if I could find that sound and make that my ringtone, I absolutely would. And if anybody out there can find that sound for me, yes, I would love you forever and I would make it my ringtone. Hate it when the last monster escaped. Oh, dude, I know. He just made a run for it. He's like sees that he sees that he's done for, and then he just speeds up, and he just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and he just takes off. Yes, yeah. Oh my god, that brings back so many memories. I love Dig Dug. That ain't my box. Okay, thank you. Where the fuck? Alright. I think I got my box. It's not a box though. I don't know what the fuck. I'm about to open this package and see what this is. Because I had ordered a hat and they took a picture of a box in front of the door. And that's what they left. Not a bag. But, oh, you know what? He might have fucking left the wrong box at the door and then took the picture and then was like, oh wait, this doesn't go here. And then put the correct box at the other door because I saw a box that looked like the box in the picture across the hall. So yeah, I got my hat. I'm so happy. I'm super duper happy. I got my hat. Ooh, and it's got satin on the inside, but can this fit my big ass head? I don't know if this can fit my head. I'll have to try it tomorrow, but oh my goodness, yay. Okay, I missed some things getting my hat. What was I looking at? Okay, favorite arcade game was Street Fighter, Time Crisis. I like Street Fighter. I've never heard of Time Crisis. Well, actually, no, I think I've heard of it, but I've never played it. You guys can't eat the bags. Okay, so here's the next one. Now, she has green in her. Now, you guys know how I feel about green, but get this. I think that this green in this character is actually used really effectively. So let's look at her. Zuckerberg. Time Crisis was the shooter that with the metal plate that you stomped on. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's, oh yeah, okay, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I definitely remember that game. Absolutely. Yes, Mortal Kombat 2 and 3. That's awesome. Turbo House of the Dead. Yes, absolutely. X-Men Children's of Adam. That is not one I've heard of. And that's cool. That's a really nice selection. Very, very, very nice selection. I went to check my phone. I went to check my phone. That's why I stopped talking. Alright, so this character I think utilizes the color green in a very, very effective way. I like the two shades of green that they've got going on here. I like how it matches the eyes. I like how it is not the centerpiece of the whole design. It is more as an accent color. And I like how it is utilized in different locations, such as her ears, her hair, her eyes, her nipples, her coochie, and her tattoos. And this, I think, is a very effective way to use the color green. And not just that, but the types of green that they used. They are not neon fucking green colors. Look at this. They're up there, they're brighter, but they're also pastel, so they're more diluted. And I just love it. I love the use of these colors on this character. This is more like a seafoam green, so they added a little bit more blue tone. Like if you were mixing paint, you would be adding more bluish to it. And I think this is a very good utilizing of green. Very well done, whoever this was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's very, very nice. Very nice. Hi, Noob. Noob's joined us. Noob is here. So why don't we get started? Not to mention, it actually really offsets the dark color that she has on her face. Like, you look at it and you don't immediately think, oh, well, that's the dark part on her face. It's like, I don't know, it's something about it. Something about the alluring green eyes that match the hair it's just tits. Like, I love it. Now, she's got glowing green nipples, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. So we're gonna go grab my lines. Is that my lines? Yeah, that's my lines. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's the chains. Yeah, Noob's on my lap. She said, it's time. I said, girl, it's not time yet. It is absolutely not time yet. And by time, I mean time for bed. We still got 18 minutes before we start winding down. Invert. Grab that. And in 18 minutes, I'm going to try to get these flat colors done. Because how awesome would that be? Ah, she's so cute. I like the way I drew her face. Who's bothering you? Angel? Angel is such a bully. She's such a bully for like no damn reason. There. The use of hearts and bats. That's interesting. It is a beauty. It is. It's just a really good color combo. Like, it's just so nice. It's very pleasant. I like it. I like it. Alright, so all her upper half looks like she's got gloves. So that means we're just gonna fill that. Alright, that. Reminds me of Morrigan from Darkstalkers. Yeah, it's probably the wings and shit on her head. Let's see. Yeah, believe it or not, most people don't really like their characters, like, compared to other characters, like, that are in canon and stuff. I know I don't. I actually fucking hate it. I can't stand that shit. I'll be like, oh my god, that reminds me of some bullshit that I've never heard of before. And I'm just like, thank you for telling me that. That's so great. Yeah, thank you. Boop. Gloves. But she's also got these gloves on. And let's see. I think the blue's probably gonna look nice on her. I think blue, because this outfit's blue. Let's see. It's that. It's that. And that. And that. My bad. Yeah, it's just a thing. It's like you put a lot into character. You put a lot into their... I don't know who designed this character, mind you, so I don't know. But I know when I'm designing my own characters and I'm putting together what I want them to look like, what I want their aesthetics to be like, I put a lot of thought into it just for somebody to say, oh my god, that reminds me of some bullshit. It's like, okay, thank you for telling me that my shit's not original. I mean, I understand that it's not original and nothing is original, but I don't need to hear it. So it's like, and I think a lot of people feel like that. It's like, I don't know, it's just one of those little weird peeves of mine, and I've seen other people complain about it too. It's like, I care about this character, and you are telling me that it looks like something else. I designed this character to reflect a certain aesthetic that I picked, that I chose, that I put together, and you're just throwing it out there that it looks like this character and they have absolutely nothing to do with each other or look nothing alike. And that happens a lot. Not with me, but with like other people. It happens with me sometimes, and then I literally just say the same damn thing. I'm like, listen, shut the fuck up. If you were wondering, yes, I was going to ask what you were cooking, and then I forgot because I wandered off. Pasta stew with meat. What type of meat? Please describe me the meat in great detail, because I miss meat so much. So let's see. Yay. Yay. I'm saying yay because she's gonna look really, really good. Now, I wonder if she's got skin, or is this fur? I didn't draw it as if it was fur. I did draw it as if it was skin. Clearly, look at that belly button. But the belly button on her also kind of looks like skin. I forgot her zipper, but I'll add that at the end. Like, you can't see the other one because I, like... Oh, beef. 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 Beef, 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 beef. I've got this vegan steak in the freezer, and I'm scared of it. I want to try it, but I'm like, oh god, what if it turns like... What if it's nasty? But that's really awesome. You got beef. Beef. Beefcake. Oh, you leave him alone. There she go again. She's so rude. Alright, so that's it for that. So let's go ahead and start working on her hair. White hair. One of the things I like. This design is just overall really nice. Alright. I just think Friday just got smacked by one of the cats. Just might have got too close, and they were like, get the fuck away from me. Bum, 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 bum. I was saying about like the comparing people's characters. Some people it doesn't bother. Some people it does bother. I don't know if this particular person is bothered by that or not. And a lot of the times it's just like one little tiny asset and it's just like, oh yeah. And I get like, it's like the non-neurotypical people who usually end up thinking like that. But at the same time, it's sort of like, okay, that's great. Good for you. Keep it to yourself. Boom. I don't know why I forgot to erase these when I was cleaning up this line work. That must have been one of the last things I put on here. I can always tell when it's one of the last things because it just starts getting sloppy. You died on energy? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. There was no way that you could just like inject Rockstar into your bloodstream or whatever your preferred energy drink is, if you have one. Snort that shit. Bum, bum, bum. This is her hair. This is not her hair. Is it her hair? Yeah, that's her hair. It does not do much. The ADHD is its own caffeine. Felt. Absolutely feel that. And then when the crash happens, and it happens hard. Which is one of the reasons I stopped streaming at 9:20. I can't last any longer. In my youthful days, I would have been able to stream all night. But that was a younger me, and days long, long ago. Do any of my OCs have an accent? That's a wonderful question, and I'm very happy to answer that. As a matter of fact, they do. Isaac has a Russian accent, but it is not a very strong Russian accent, and he's extremely good at hiding it. Desra has an African accent, and it is a little bit stronger because of where she is from and how she grew up in the language. That her parents spoke to her often, even though she doesn't speak the language, she does have the accent that she got from her parents. And then, of course, everybody in Isaac's family has a thick Russian accent because they're all from Russia. So those are the mains. I would say Emma doesn't have an accent. Rose doesn't have an accent. Rosaria has a southern accent because of where she grew up. And let's see, who else is there? Siori has an accent, very, very small British accent. And let's see, I'm just kind of like going down the list. Yes, Dimitri does have an accent. He has a very, very strong Russian accent because his native tongue is Russian. English is his second language. So he has an accent, and his voice is very deep. It's sort of like, in my head, I hear it being almost like Keith Davis, only a little more soothing. And yes. I also hear Isaac's voice as Keith Davis too, because, I mean, obviously Isaac is his son, so they're gonna probably sound somewhat alike. I would assume. So yeah. Yes, they have accents. And then, let's see, Roxy has more, does Roxy, who's Isaac's lawyer, she doesn't have an accent. And, let's see, who else has an accent? Oh, Teresa, oh my god, Terry's name is Teresa, but Terry also has an accent, and Terry's accent is more like Latino because where she grew up. So yeah. His daughter, Dimitri's daughter, her name is Yulia, and that's Isaac's twin sister, and she has an accent as well. But it's more like her brother's, which, oh, that's not that color. Her brother's, it's more like her brother's, which isn't exactly very, very strong, but it is there. So that's wonderful because RC has a British accent because born in the UK and moved to the US. That's similar to Sayori. But Sayori's a pop star and she travels absolutely everywhere, but she was born in the UK. Where's this character's tail? Where is the tail? Oh my god. Where's her tail? Does she not have a tail? Oh my god, holy shit. Wait a minute, I gotta look and see. God damn it. Because I think her tail is actually on this part that I've blurred off, where she got her leg hiked up and you can see all up in her vagina. But I had to take that off. Because this is a wholesome network. But I'm about to look on my thing real fast here. Oh boy. Oh, fuck it, whatever. I'll do her tail tomorrow. I'm running out of time. No need to fixate on that. Let's just finish up her hair. Boop, we'll finish up her hair, and then by that time, it should probably be time for me to bail. That's her hand. You know what this music reminds me of is if anybody played Mystic Messenger when that was like super popular on the mobile devices. The music reminds me of Mystic Messenger. Grab that. Hold up. Okay, well, you have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams, and I will probably be on tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not making any promises, but have a great night, and don't forget to eat some cashews. Bum bum. Okay, making progress. Oop, that's to fix her hair right here. I also think I just put that on the wrong fucking layer. Did I? No, I didn't. Shocking. Let's see, who else has an accent? Malibu probably would have an accent. She would probably have one of those SoCal accents where they kind of talk like this. Maybe something like that. Maybe, but I'm not quite sure because that accent's really annoying to me. Speaking of use it, I did almost make Toby make music in the lore. It was a bit irrelevant, so you didn't add it. I think any like side thing that a character does, like aside from their like main story, always adds depth to a character and makes them feel more relatable / realistic. So why not just add some music in there? Feel like, hey, in his spare time, in his free time, he just likes to dabble on the whatever those things are called, on the keyboard or something. Like, that would be kind of cool. Like, I add those little tiny tidbits to my OCs. Like, obviously, Emma likes energy drinks, but she also likes comic books. She also likes video games, and she also collects shiny rocks. Now, shiny rocks has nothing to do with jack shit, but she collects shiny rocks. She likes shiny rocks. I like the crystals, but like shiny rocks. It's just a thing. Isaac doesn't like his food touching. That's just a thing. Desirous killed 12 people. That's just a thing. Little tiny tidbits to just add to them. So it's always fun. Okay. I'm gonna save this. This is where we left off. So we completed the flat color on her, which did take a while, but she did turn out really, really good. And then started working on this one and we did not get to this girl, but that's okay. We will pick back up with this flat color tomorrow or Friday, probably tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I hope everybody enjoyed my stream this wonderful Wednesday evening. And I will see you guys again. We will chat again, hopefully in the future, unless, the big sleep happens tonight. But maybe not, because I had a good day. So have a wonderful evening. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I love chatting with you guys. I really do. I love it so much. It's so much fun. And enjoy your food. Enjoy your meal and eat 3 plates for me, because I can't. It was a blast. And thank you, Toby, for joining. And thank you, Dampier. I think I said that right. And everybody else. Blood. Baby Doll. And Demon Guy. And whatever. Anyway, bye-bye.